Hey everyone, I'm working to hit 1,000 subscribers and I need your help to get there. If you enjoy this content, please hit that subscribe button right now.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to MLB Radar. Look, before we get into anything, I need you to just sit with this for a second. Dalton Varsho is currently batting 40T in spring training, and people are still sleeping on him. We're going to get into all of that. We're going to talk about Addison Barger, and then we're going to get into the Trey Savage situation because there is a lot to unpack there. And I have some thoughts that might actually surprise you. Let's go. All right, Dalton Varsho first. 10 games, 10 for 25, ops of 1.164. Now, look, I already know what some of you are typing right now. It's just spring training. The numbers don't mean anything. And yeah, okay, fair. We know that. But here's the thing. Last spring training, he was doing the exact same thing, and then he carried it into the regular season and hit 20 home runs in literally half the games he played. Half. The easy math on that is a 40 home run pace over a full season. So when I see him doing this again right now, I'm not just going to dismiss it and move on. Joe Siddle, if you're not following him on X, please do that right now. He broke down Dalton Varsho's swing mechanics in this clip from Sportsnet. And the whole thing that keeps coming up this spring is that Varo is actively trying to hit the ball on the ground. And I know that sounds completely backwards. Like, why would a power hitter try to hit grounders? But his natural swing already has that loft built in. By staying down through the zone and chopping through the ball, he generates backspin, the ball climbs, and that's exactly what produced the results we saw last year. We've always joked about how he chops wood at the plate, and now he actually understands the why behind it. That's the difference. That's maturity as a hitter. And listen, I get it. I've been burned before getting excited about this guy. But last year, we finally saw the lefty pull power that everyone talked about when they traded for him. The whole promise was he was going to punish the short porch in right field at Rogers Center. And for the first couple seasons, it just never happened. Then last year, we got a real glimpse of it. Now he's in a contract year. He knows what his swing feels like when it's right. And the question is just, can he stay on the field for a full 162? Because if he does, if he plays a full season with that bat and that defense, you're genuinely looking at a 6-WAR candidate. That's Aaron Judge territory in the conversation. I'm not even joking. 248 at bats last year, 2.8 WAR, 833 ops. Scale that up, and you're talking about one of the most valuable outfielders in the American League. Contract year motivation is real, man. Keep an eye on Dalton Varsho. Now let's talk about Addison Barger, because this guy is another one who is quietly having a really strong spring. .261 average, 2 doubles, 2 homers, slugging at .69. And look, the power is clearly there. But the thing that actually has me excited, and I'll fully acknowledge this is a tiny sample size, is the walks. 5 walks already this spring. Because last year, his walk rate was in the 36th percentile league-wide. That's a real weakness in his game, and he knows it. Here's what happened to Barger last year that I think a lot of people underappreciate. He came out hot. Teams were attacking him up and in with fastballs. He was doing damage. Then around August, September, pitchers figured him out. They started going away with breaking balls. Away. And he struggled. But then you watched him in the postseason, and he started making the adjustment. He started leaning into that part of the plate, covering breaking balls away and forcing pitchers to come back inside. That adjustment is real. That's a hitter developing in real time. And if he adds the walk rate on top of that, if he learns to take his base when pitchers are trying to dance around him instead of giving in and swinging, his on-base percentage jumps significantly. Last year, it was .301 with a .243 average. That's a 58-point gap. The best hitters in the league run 70, 80 points above their average. That's where his ceiling is. I have him penciled in to the 2 spot on opening day Get on base, make pitchers work, and then let the guys behind you do damage. That is the role, and I think he is ready for it. Now, Trey Savage. Arden Welling reported that he threw 35 pitches over 2 outings against minor leaguers, and his quote was genuinely awesome. He said it just felt good to get back out there and play baseball. And look, I get why people are frustrated with how slowly they're managing him. I understand it. But I am absolutely on board with this approach. And here's why. Think back to when Vladdy was coming up. They held him down for a month specifically to control his service time and bring him up in May. Trey Savage is in the exact same situation. If you bring him up in May instead of opening day, you gain an extra year on his contract. We're talking about potentially having Trey Savage into 2032. Yes, it's a business decision. Yes, it's not always going to feel good watching him throw in the minors while we're trying to compete. But you already have 5 starters. You have Max Scherzer as your 5th guy right now. There is no emergency. And beyond the service time, this guy was pitching all the way through October and November. He has never been through a full professional season before. He was in college 2 years ago. You bring him along slowly, you build his pitch count properly, you get him to maybe 150 innings comfortably, and then you have him for years. We have watched this organization mismanage pitching prospects over and over again. Nate Pearson is the cautionary tale that lives rent-free in every Blue Jays fan's head. We are not doing that again. Delay the gratification 1 month, and you get an extra full year of Trey Savage. That's the deal. Take it. Let us know what you think about all of this in the comments. Are you buying into Varo this year? Is Barger your breakout pick? And when do you think Savage actually takes the mound in the big leagues? Drop it below, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and as always,